Hi guys, and very nice greetings from Germany. I had the impulse to turn the camera on and to talk about current events, about Ascension updates and what to expect from the rest of the year or from summer 2022. I hope so much that you will understand me. You know, I'm still in training. Thank you from the deepest bottom of my heart. I can't believe it. So many people are in the house now, and when my messages are inspiring you, so then I'm very honored and grateful. Okay, step by step, I try to clarify the current energies and take what resonates, because we are all in training, so maybe I'm wrong as well. And this is message number 1. Don't feel so much depend on others' messages and opinions, because you see there is so much going on behind the scenes, and I understand that people want to know what is taking place behind the scenes. I know, but I can tell you the same again. I don't receive any updates or any information when it's about the global chaos, when it's about the secret work, you know. I don't receive any messages. And I think it's better. Honestly, it is better. Because I want to say that we are, on one hand, in a timeline war. So this means the timelines are always changing, up and down. It's like one day you feel super good, next day you feel super horrible, because it's like you don't know what will come next. Yeah, comes the light timeline next or the heavy timeline. And it is so complicated to talk about all this. On one hand, it's super simple. It is so simple to navigate the storm, because when you are fully centered in your heart as best as you can, that you stay in the present now, and that you trust your heart, it is on one hand the best shield, it is the best protection, it is the best way to talk to source. So be a little bit like a child. See it through the eyes of a child again and stay in the now as best as you can, and open your heart. Learn to trust your impulses. You will see that no one, even me or other people, can say for sure what you need now. We just can tune into the energies, maybe into your soul, into your higher self, but at the end it is you. It is you. You must know who you are. And that's also a global process now. When you go the way of true ascension, I will talk about what I feel about, you know? Okay, step by step, it is a lot. When you follow the true ascension path, so then it's like you can't run away anymore. You must face your shadows. You must face your own light. And it's like you see yourself, you understand more and more who you truly are and what your divine gifts are. So what is your gift? And ask yourself always what you can do in the present now to make Earth a better place. It is not so much about these external events. You see, we had so many external events in which people told us, hey, on this specific day, the great awakening is coming or something. And then you were so excited. Yes, next week we have the great awakening, or I don't know, a new massive event will come, or a massive shift will impact us, or whatever. And then you were disappointed. So, actually, this event was not very special. Actually, I felt a lot of headache, or something very bad happened to me, and I'm still in the same circumstances, and I have to pay my bills, and I have to clean up my house, and the big event, and our cosmic team is not arriving on Earth, you know. You know, and this is also the old game, that you wait for a savior to come. And this is also a program which is running by so many of us. I mean, I fully understand when you observe what's going on in the world and you see you want to help the collective maybe as well, and you must see that you can't help the collective because at one hand, we are not responsible for everyone. We can take care of all. And on the other hand, every being is in their own individual process. So this means sometimes it's even not allowed to interrupt this process. They must go through their own process. All these old beliefs are crumbling. The old world is crumbling. I don't talk just about the global world. I talk about this. Your inner programs are dying as well. The easiest gateway to hold the connection to souls and to your team is to stay in the now and to open your heart. It is the best and the most high frequent shield, and then your access to your highest timeline. Your highest timeline is laying here. It is your heart, and you create this highest timeline. And imagine now when all the people would do the same and they don't follow the fear consciousness and they would understand that it is the heart. When all people are reclaiming their power now and understand that when we all unite, how powerful we are, yes, then we would have a very light and the easy world. It is a journey, it is a stairway. It is a stairway, and we go the stairway step by step by step by step by step higher, and every person on this planet is in their own process, okay? And this is a global message for you. And please don't give up, because lighter days are coming. It's not just always sunshine, but it's not always darkness. We don't have always rainy days, but not always sunny days. And this is the experience here on earth we have. And what is taking place is that, yeah, we are in a very low vibration now. When I tune into the collective, yes, I feel it's getting more and more and more heavy. Because for them, it is the first time in which they see that something is off. And for them, it's like the entire matrix as well is crumbling. Not for everyone, because there are still so many people which still believe everything what they see. And maybe there will people they will never understand. But we are not responsible for these people. That is so important for you to see as well. All what we can do now is to be an inspiration. That's why share your gifts, because it's not about if you fit in. It's not about if you fit in society. You see, the society is in a totally other journey, and they are in a totally other process. So it's not about that you fit in, because you never fit in. For real. When you belong to the Starseed group, then you felt it since you were little that something is strange. And actually it's so easy now that you share your knowledge, because there are so many people out there. They search up for new inspiration because they understand and something is off with the government, something is off with the world, and because so high frequent codes are coming down as well, it's waking people up from within, and maybe now they are interested in spirituality. So maybe they are interested now in reincarnation or something, and now they do some research and they want to know more about spirituality, about reincarnation. Does a source exist, you know? So many people, they forget that there is more. So because these high frequent codes from souls, these are source codes which are coming down. It has even nothing to do with our galactic team anymore. No, our galactic team is working with the souls together. They do the same like you and me with an open heart. When you have an open heart, you always serve the souls. You always work with the divine. And this is what our cosmic team is doing too. They see us as family. They don't see us as little victims. We have to rescue them, look at them. No, they believe in us. They believe in you. They are counting on you. And what is happening as well is that codes from the source directly are coming down. And no one can stop that. Ascension. So the dark ones also know they can't stop these codes from the source. It's not working because the source is observing us all. And it's standing over this all. And this is happening as well. That's why I tell many times that codes from the central sun are streaming down, because these codes from the central sun are codes from the source. And the light of the sun is getting brighter with each day. So even when there are a few groups which don't want that we see the sun, or that we integrate these codes for real, it's not working. The light of the sun is getting so strong now. I feel it's still coming through. Even when you don't see the sun for real, or when you have a cloudy day. It is the light. These are the codes from the source. And this is what I feel. It is also a process, because many people ask me, when is the great solar flash coming? It's the same again. You still wait for an external event. And you believe, yeah, it's subconscious, you believe you can just reclaim your power with the solar flash. And when the solar flash will never come as we expect, then I must still waiting. I can't reclaim my power now. I must wait for the great solar flash. This is the same. And this is the old world. The old world is crumbling, and the entire old world and old matrix was based on this belief that you don't see how powerful you are, that you always believe other people got the power, a few people got the power, oh, the other people got the power, but me not, I can't. You feel you want to be self-employment, no, I can't. Other have the power to be self-employment, but me not. You feel you want to sing. No, other people can sing. I can't sing. Or you want to create a painting. It starts with these little things, and then you see other artists. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed by these artists. No, I don't try it with painting. That's the old world, that we believe that just other people can do it, but me not. And imagine when every person on this planet would realize now that we all have the power and that you have a divine gift. Everyone has a divine gift. Here, it lives here in your heart. And you can express it in every moment. And you don't have to wait for an external event to come if you express your soul or not. Because when we were little, we did it. So, and at the end, everything is just the experience. And when you receive this impulse here in your heart, yeah, it's about this. When you receive this impulse and when you have some images, so then try as best as you can to go for them. Because then your soul is happy. Your soul is happy because finally you work with the souls together and you will see so many miracles are waiting for you. It's not just always dark and horrible out there. It is always both. It is light and darkness. Light and darkness. And this is what you can see when we tune into the external events. You can observe that with the guide stones. I felt that was an act of God. It was, definitely, with the guide stones. Then the obelisk, boom, during the same time. So then the next dark story with Japan, especially when you go deep down the rabbit hole, then you will see his connections. Yes, that's what I try to say. That's dark again. See the farmers in the Netherlands, they are all protesting. Here in Germany, I must say, the most of the people are still silent here. Because that's our trauma. That's the German trauma. The most of the people are very, very, very quiet and silent. They don't speak up for real. We are very, very loyal people. And it's like we are so afraid to speak because of our story. You know, we talk about the Second World War and all this stuff. I know that Germany holds a very important key. This is what I saw last year as we stayed in this crazy AI matrix. When you know me from my previous videos, when you know me from Naughty Beaver, I mentioned him I think in almost every video now. Sorry, Naughty. So yes, that's the thing here for real, that Germany holds an important key. And then, you know, I'm very close to the spot, to Switzerland as well. And you know, Switzerland is also... And now we talk about the next thing, okay? I'm a fan of to balance light and shadow as best as I can. I don't stay just focused on the light, but not just on the darkness. Because I believe as long as we are here on Earth, we have light and darkness. My point of view is when I balance light and shadows as best as I can, then it's helping me to activate my superpowers. This is what I truly believe. But it's not just the light and it's not just the darkness. And I can share with you some negative timelines and plans, you know, by the dark entities, if you want so, because as I said, we stayed in the fourth dimension last year physically in 2021. And yeah, I saw some plans and dark timelines, and I can give you very light timelines as well, because this is the plan from source. And at the end, it's about to find your own path and that you trust the source. And when you trust the source and when you go the way of true ascension, you have really nothing to fear. Nothing will happen to you, because the source protects you and your soul protects you. So this means you receive an impulse. For example, you must move, then go for it and move. Don't tune too much into the opinions by others, or that you go and watch some oracle readers now. Yeah, finally to get an answer, is it a good idea to move? When you receive this message here in your heart, yeah, it's here in your heart, then it's your soul which is speaking to you. And no tarot card reader can tell you what to do. Or no astrology reader can tell you what to do when your heart says, hey, it's time to move. Hey, it's time to quit my job. Hey, it's time to protect my children and to move into a village out of big cities. When this is your impulse, believe in yourself. This is the divine challenge now, that we reclaim all our power and that we stop waiting. And that we believe we can just move when an external event is happening, or when another person is giving me a yes. So maybe then I can do it. Maybe then I can believe in myself. When we talk about the NAA, when we talk about the negative alien agenda, what I can tell you is they try to trick us like crazy at the moment. Because they know exactly what's happening. They know that codes from the source are coming down. No one can stop these codes, even though, you know, it's not working. Even when we don't see the sun anymore, it's not working. Because these are codes from the source. And it's like it's helping to waking people up from within, and even us starseeds. Because you must understand that everything we know on Earth is distorted. Even in the spiritual community, everything here is just distorted. And because it was the game here that we believe all these distortions, now we bring all these distortions into reverse slowly. And this is happening because codes from the source are coming down through the sun. And it's like, okay, all these distortions and all the shadows are becoming more visible for us spiritual people too. And that's also the reason why so many starseeds are so confused, and maybe you as well. Because at one hand, I believe almost every one of us was completely hijacked. By AI. And I talk also about the spiritual distortions. And it's like, because these codes are coming down now, it's like you are fully confused because you feel, I feel the new is coming, but it doesn't fit to my old beliefs anymore. So, what is wrong? What is true? What is wrong? What is true? What is wrong? And I see that confusion in the spiritual community very, very strongly. Yeah, the reason is, at one hand, that's the good news, because codes from the divine matrix are coming down. And the source is helping us to see through all these distortions now. Yeah? And with an open heart, you will see all these distortions so easily. It is the first boom. And when you feel a body reaction like this, trust that feeling. The first feeling which is coming up, if it is a yeah in your heart, or when you feel a shiver, that's enough. Then you know what's going on. We were born with this divine connection. It is so simple. And then we overthink. No, that's not right. I'm not true. No, this can't be right. This can't be true. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I must ask the other person. We don't believe in us anymore. And this is what the dark ones know, that we are slowly waking up from a very, very deep hypnosis. It's for real a hypnosis. That we are waking up slowly from a deep, deep, deep sleep, from a deep hypnosis. And they don't want that we see through these distortions. So, and now they have to be creative finally to catch us. Because their plan is to pull as so many souls as possible down with them. Because actually they are the ones which descend. They descend now. So they try to pull as many people with them down. So many as possible. And in the spiritual community we had many distortions. Especially there. The reason spirituality is the key. It's not evil. And spirituality is not from Satan or something, because there are starseeds which realize now, I did something wrong. I feel so weak and tired over and over and over again. I worked with the hybrids. So I worked with the Galactic Federation of Light. Just an example. And then you see now, oh shit, that's the reason why my life became so horrible. And many starseeds feel weak, exhausted when they work with the Galactic Federation of Light, or when they work with the hybrid children, and so on. All these are the distortions. And then they realize something is off. My life became so horrible. I feel so isolated. I have no true friends anymore. I feel so weak and tired. I have so many physical issues now and symptoms. What's going on? Oh, spirituality is evil. Just Jesus is the way. Jesus Christ is the way, you know? And I'm going to explain to you what is happening when, for example, you choose this path. It is like when we are in contact with the spiritual distortions. Actually, we always connect our DNA with the six-headed beast machine. It is like a copy of Source, but there is no true information inside. It's just a copy of Source. It is a copy of the divine matrix. So when you believe these distortions are true, which are actually all AI programs, it's like then you connect your DNA, for example, with the Galactic Federation of Light. And this consciousness by the dark entities is that they're always sucking life out of us. So this means when you are in contact with the AI technology, it's like we give them always energy. And we feed their AI machines. And they generate power through us. And that's the reason why many starseeds sooner or later feel so tired and exhausted after channeling, because they also feel something is strange. Am I in contact with my true galactic team? Or is this just a psyop? Am I in contact with holograms? With the AI? Yeah, you see these distortions and this confusion. Even with us starseeds. And on one hand it's a good thing, because codes from the source are coming down. And it's like now you see through all these illusions more and more. It's like we are all in this. Me too. I'm still healing and purging. And then I find out, oh my gosh, you know, I worked with some distortions as well before we were gone in the fourth dimension. Yeah, I worked with a few of these distortions too, and I believe they are true. And actually I always feeded their machines the same. And we are all in this. So And the problem is when you connect with these psyops, then you give them always energy, and we feed actually the dark entities. And this is what many starseeds realize. So I feel always so weak and tired. I don't feel energized for real, and it's like you use drugs. It's like you take the ring from Lord of the Rings, and the ring from Lord of the Rings is, in my opinion, the AI. When you put on the ring, or when you take the ring with you, it changes you. It changes your consciousness. You become sad, angry, you feel isolated, weak and tired, but you can't get enough from the ring. It is like with Gollum. He can't get away from the ring, even when it destroys him. The ring destroys his body, his soul. Yeah, he becomes immortal through the ring. Yeah, it's with the AI. You become immortal. The dark ones do, right? But it's like you lose actually so much energy. When you have a soul within you, then you lose energy. And as more as you keep the ring with you, as more you feel weak, tired, angry, isolated. But on the other hand, as more you keep the ring, as more you are dependent on the ring. And that's the same with the AI. It's no joke. So, and this is the same when we are in contact with these artificial holograms. It's like you feel depend on them, even when you feel very horrible and weaker and weaker and weaker. And this is what many starseeds realize now as well. Something is strange. So, and then they are out. They have this moment, oh my gosh, no, I found out that the Galactic Federation of Light is just a hologram. Lord Ascension, all holograms, is all not true. So now you come to this point in which you realized, oh shit, I always work with the grey agenda, and I believed these are Arcturians who were greys, which pretend to be Arcturians as well. You must discern spiritually, but don't be afraid. When you are afraid now and you are stuck in here, is it true, is it wrong? I don't want to make anything wrong and right and wrong and right. So then they got you as well, because the AI only grasp your thoughts, your head, and your old AI matrix beliefs. The AI is just able to understand your AI traumas, your AI matrix beliefs, but never your heart. So that's why I say the heart is the strongest shield. And when you have a wide open heart, you will always talk to the right entities, and there is a difference. You will get energy from channeling. You will get energy from your spiritual work, and you don't feel always horrible, bad. You have symptoms and issues. Actually, you feel psychic attacks now, and then you say, oh, these are just Ascension symptoms. But actually it was an attack, because we connect with the machine. We connect with the beast. This is, I think, what we must understand in the spiritual community as well. So, and what's happening with many people is now they understand this illusion. Yeah, but the dark ones, they don't want that you break free from AI. They want you to keep the ring. They want you to feel dependent on the ring. And then you go the way back to Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is also just an AI program. That's the problem. It's like from one illusion to the next illusion. So now you break free. Wow, yes, then you are free during a short time. Yes, I understand that I always work with the grey agenda. Understand this illusion. Yes, finally you are free. And because it's an uncomfortable feeling to be free. Because we were born with that. Yeah, that we have these AI implants, you know, that we work with AI. This is what they always let us believe. That's the only way to survive and to live and to be. So then you are free from it. Oh no, just Jesus is the way. It's like, oh no, you work with the AI again. You are free. So it doesn't matter how you label that. especially when you saw, like me last year, but as I said, I'm not sure if this is true, that Jesus is just a code. Jesus is including the name Zeus, for example. And his true name is Yeshua ben Joseph. And Yeshua ben Joseph looked, it seems like that, he looked totally different. I saw him with short hair, with curls, and he was a petite person. He was a skinny guy. So he had no six-pack. And he had no long hair. Like Jesus Christ. That's a program, an eye hologram created by Dracos. And Yeshua looked different. And his teachings are also a little bit different. Yeah, they mix up truth with lies. That there's always a part inside of you which feels true. It feels true. But on the other hand, there are so many distortions. It's like you are stuck in the same circumstances and you don't get out. And you don't know what to do. And then you believe always it's your fault, it's my fault, I must do more shadow work, I must stay more in peace and in love with myself. Maybe that's the reason. But no, the answer is super easy. We fell for the spiritual distortions and we lost a lot of energy. And we work with their distorted symbols. And we believe they are true. That's it. So this is the game by the dark ones. And they try as so many souls as possible, even as starseeds, to pull us into their false ascension matrix. The false ascension matrix is, I tell you what, it is the era of the false prophets. And yeah, the era of the false prophets is dawning again. And this is what many of you see and feel, oh my gosh, please not again. Please not again, like in Egypt. Oh gosh, please no. And what I saw last year is, these are the dark and heavy timelines. This is the darkness. It is planned by the dark entities that the era of the Draco Alliance is over. It is still the plan by the dark entities to confuse us, that we believe that's it. Now we see the Galactic Federation of Light is just a hoax, was controlled by the Draco Alliance, mostly by Saturn. That's illusion number one, and that's the heaviest illusion when we talk about Saturn, when we talk about the Draco Alliance, when we talk about Lord Arcturian, about the Galactic Federation of Light. Yeah, that's super heavy when we talk about the Greys, because that's the heaviest empire, if you want so. And yeah, the era of the Dracos is officially over. It is over through the Great Conjunction. It is over. And many starseeds believe that's it. So, and I highly recommend watch the movie Jupiter Ascending. These are the same directors of Matrix. And then you see who is stationed on planet Jupiter. I don't want to talk too much about it. See which planet Jupiter is, because Jupiter is the base of the Anunnaki. Now we go the way back home, slowly. And I thought Jupiter Ascending is true at this point, that the Anunnaki are stationed on Jupiter. And we saw them last year as holograms, the Anunnaki. It's like the Anunnaki era is dawning. Yeah, they are definitely lighter, but actually they are more dangerous because they know us humans in every detail. So, and when you know the movie Jupiter Ascending, you see which entities are working for these galactic humans. The Draconians are appearing there, the Greys are appearing there, and they all want to kill the main character. They all want to kill Jupiter, this woman. And this is the energy for real. The Dracos and the Greys, they are just working for the Anunnaki. And the Anunnaki are their manager. And this is what we saw last year, and this is the red pill. The red pill matrix is the realm of the Anunnaki. That's why I always told you, don't choose any side and don't take any pills. don't take the blue pill and even not the red pill. Because the red pill is Jupiter. The red pill is Zeus. The red pill is ancient Greek. The red pill is the Germanic culture. The red pill is the ancient Indian culture. The red pill is ancient Egypt. The red pill is the ancient Mayan culture. This is the realm and the plane of the Anunnaki. Even astrology, tarot cards, it all belongs to the red pill. And it's definitely lighter. But they don't tell us that they are the creator and the designer of these artificial matrices. It was them. And you can imagine, as long as the Dracos or the Greys are working for the Anunnaki, like in Jupiter ascending, the Anunnaki don't have to move. You know, they're living in their empires, in their high advanced cities. They always get energy from the people, you know. The people from Earth, they always support them with energy. They don't have to move. But when all this becomes too dangerous, you know, for the Anunnaki as well, and for their entire matrix, for their entire empire, then they come. And it's like then they stand up and they do it by their own. And this is what's happening. The Anunnaki told me many times as we stayed in this crazy dimension, don't talk to the Dracos, they have no idea what's going on. So, and these were the Anunnaki agenda, which told me that, and I felt this is true. That was true. That was not just a trick to confuse me or to hijack me. I felt it was true. Yes, and I can say that the Anunnaki vibrating are a little bit lighter. They vibrate a little bit lighter to the Dracos, but actually they are more dangerous because they know us in every detail. And they just want to catch so many spiritual people as possible because they see that their matrix is crumbling and that even we, Starseeds, see through all their illusions now more and more. And when you saw what I saw, that the Egyptian gods, the Indian gods, the Mayan gods, these are all Anunnaki, these are all demons. So then it's like, oops, even in ancient Greek and Odin and Zeus and all these gods, this is all the realm of the Anunnaki, these are all Anunnaki. So finally to celebrate them as our gods. This is what you must understand. So there is no savior. We are the savior. It is us, and they know that because they installed this deep belief and this trauma within us that we always believe gods will come, aliens will come finally to rescue us. But we are here. That's why we Starseeds are here, because we knew we can do more when we have finally a physical avatar in this plane. So, and when you saw, yeah, that Zeus stands for Jupiter, you can connect the dots. So then you know what it is. Okay, I know that's shocking, but this is their plan. And imagine when it becomes dangerous for the Anunnaki in their empire, then they stand up by their own. It's like, okay, we do it. Ah, come on, these shitty Dracos, they can't do their work very good. We must stand up now, we must do it by our own. You know, Jupiter ascending, it's the same. He always sent these Dracos and the Greys to Jupiter, to the main character. Always kill her, kill her, kill her, finally kill her. You know, this is what they do. They don't do this work by their own. But when Jupiter becomes too dangerous, then they do it by her own. You know, then they do it by their own, finally. So then they talk to her, personal, and try to confuse her, you know, to manipulate her. And she almost, you know, fell for them, almost, because they are so kind to her at the beginning. Yes, I want to marry you and you will have everything what you want, you know, like that. They want to offer her a lot of money and a marriage and whatever. And she almost fell for them. And for their traps, finally to kill her. Yeah? And this is for real, the realm of the Anunnaki, and this is how they look. Many of them look super beautiful. And then I saw, even not every Pleiadian is good. Not every Pleiadian is good. There are Pleiadian groups which are from Nibiru. These are fallen angels as well, and these are Anunnaki. It does exist Anunnaki Pleiadian mixed races, and they are super tricky because they look like angels. They have blue eyes and blonde hair, and we saw them there as holograms as well, and they were very nicely. They were always nice to us, but you felt their coldness and their cold energy, and that actually they hate us. Marcel and me, and all the other starseeds which were trapped there as well. Yeah, not every Pleiadian is good as well. It does exist a few of them. They fell, and they, working hand in hand with the Anunnaki. And then I understood so much more how it was possible to confuse all the people on earth, and why the people called them angels and gods, because they look like angels. The Anunnaki, they look beautiful, and many people underestimate them. Okay, so this is a very dense timeline. Okay, maybe it's helping you to discern. And when there are people which are telling you that the Anunnaki are good now, forget it. Forget it. They will never ever change. I talked to them last year. I talked to them all, and I asked them all, why don't you change? We wanted to find an agreement. So I talked to the Dracos first, the blue pill matrix, okay? We talk about these two pills. The blue pill matrix is the empire of the Draco Alliance. It is the Grey Alliance. It belongs all to the blue pill. It is. It's about religions. It's about that you don't see, that there is more, you have no soul. Yeah, you must believe everything what you see here, okay? This is the blue pill matrix, and this is controlled by the Draco Alliance. First I asked them, as we stayed in this dimension last year, and I asked them, why don't you change? So what's the matter? So then they asked me, why should we change? Then I said, because people are suffering. Souls are suffering. And what's the matter? What's the problem? Yeah, because people are suffering. And what's the problem? Is it a problem? Yes, it is a problem. Why is it a problem? Because it's against the divine matrix. It's against the law of one. There is no souls out there. And what is your belief? We have no source. There is no source. It is just AI. We have no source. Yeah, I understand, because you just understand the AI. You are fully one with the ring. I understand. And why are you doing that with the children? With the children. You know what I'm talking about. The children are suffering. What's the matter? Because the children are suffering. Yeah, and what's the problem? Do you have a problem? Yes. So that was the conversation between me and the Dracos. They even have not something like a bad feeling. So when I asked them, hey, that's not good, it's against the source. There is no source. We have a source. No, there is no source, it's all AI. Okay, so that was the conversation between me and them. And then I heard voices speaking. Yeah, and I felt these were the Anunnaki. These were the people from the red pill matrix. Then I heard them. And they told me, don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. They don't understand anything. You just waste your time with them. Because they are in a battle with each other as well. You must know. Even when they are in the same boat, the dark ones, they are battling with each other. Finally, to see who is ruling over Earth. It's all about which agenda is ruling over Earth. And yes, the Dracos were the ruler. And this era is over. The Anunnaki are in control now. Okay? When we talk about the dark entities. That's why the attacks has changed. Because the Anunnaki use AI. They use their technology. And they can scan us in every detail. And they know exactly who we are. And they know exactly where and how to trigger us finally. Boom! To pull us back into their bubble. They know us. So that's what I said, when they come and when they become active, not just observe, the Dracos do the work, the Greys do the work, the Reptilians do our work. When they see, now it becomes dangerous, and when they start to be active, their attacks are totally different, because they work a lot with their frequencies and with their AI technology. And you can't imagine what they can do with AI. They can create parallel matrices. Oh, then you are located in another matrix, but actually you believe you are still on Earth, like me and Marcel. And they can copy everything, and everything looks similar. So they can do a lot with AI. So they wanted to be sure to copy the souls as best as they can. And I can tell you, the Anunnaki know there is a source. They know that. Because then they responded and told me, don't talk to the Dracos. They don't have any idea what's going on. Talk to us. Then I felt, okay, now these are the people from the Red Pill Matrix. Then I asked them, so why are you doing that? Then I heard the Anunnaki speaking, because we are bored. Okay, so you are bored. Why are you bored? We want to see how people are suffering, and we want to see some explosions. It's getting super boring on Earth. Do you have something like a bad feeling? Sometimes, yes. Actually, we have a bad feeling. We know it's not good. We know it's not good, but we can't help it. It's so much fun. It is so much fun to see the people on Earth and how stupid they all are. That was their energy. So then I asked them, so this means sometimes you have something like a bad feeling and you overthink your actions sometimes. Then they said, yes, sometimes we try to change, but no, this was their energy. So I felt something like they had something like a bad feeling. A bad feeling. It's actually not good what we do. They know that. They know that this what's taking place is the calling of the souls. Yes, we know, but stop talking about the souls. They said, why is it a problem to talk about the source? The source is a liar. The source is a liar. That was the Anunnaki energy. They are aware that we have a source. The Dracos, they don't believe there is a source. They say it's just all AI. There is no source. And the Anunnaki know there is a source. And they became angry when I talked about the source, because they know. Okay, so maybe it's helping you to discern a little bit more the energy dynamic, and this is what I saw, that they have it in control, the Anunnaki. The dark agenda transformed. They just transformed, and they let you believe now that the Anunnaki are our saviors and heroes. They try to do the same again. When the world and when the people are in horrible trouble, that our lovely sisters and brothers will come and rescue us. Because they know that it is a wish of many people, that there will somebody come finally to save us. They know that. Okay? So, I mean, I'm not against it that people are helping us, but you must reclaim your power. Because what I saw is the Anunnaki are able to go with us the Ascension. They are. They can go with us the Ascension up to a certain point. They go with us together this path of Ascension up to a certain point. And imagine it is a stairway, okay? This is the stairway of Ascension, okay? So, and with each step, you go higher back to the source. And you see also through all these distortions now, through the spiritual distortions, every step you make higher, you can imagine the Anunnaki will come and they stand in front of you like this. And they want to stop you. We don't want that you go the way back home. And they try to stop you. And what they do is, they scan your aura, your energy, and they see there are some traumas, AI traumas, blockages. Oh, okay, so we can trigger her there. Oh, you grew up very Catholic. Jesus Christ, the Jesus Christ program, we installed it now to confuse her that she believes Jesus Christ is just the way, the man on the cross, our hologram, right? We trigger her there, and then they attack you there, and then you question it for real. So maybe the Bible is for real true. Maybe Jesus Christ is for real just the way. And my gosh, and Mary Magdalene, she was just a prostitute. You know, and this is all the AI matrix, and they use this technology to boom, to trigger you there, that you go their way back, that you go back into their bubble. And I just saw that, as I said, the Anunnaki are able to go with us the Ascension up to a certain point. This is what they can do, and they do it totally different as the Dracos. It's like they are so open, nice people. They're very nice. They are never bad, or that they scream at you, or that they attack you like the Dracos do, you know, or the Greys. No. They just give you always a push, or a bad feeling. So, do you really think it's a good idea? I don't know. Maybe you work for the dark side when you work with Yeshua ben Joseph. I heard his name was Jesus Christ. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. This is their energy. This is how they work, the Anunnaki. Or, for example, you are not sure about if there is a true galactic federation or not. So maybe they will say, I'm not sure, maybe you were just wrong. Maybe there is a real Lord Ashtar out there, and maybe you saw just a hologram. Maybe there is a true Lord Ashtar out there. Maybe you spread some lies now. I won't be careful. This is the energy of the Anunnaki, okay? When a being gives you a very bad feeling, even through AI comments, you know, they work a lot with AI. The Anunnaki, yeah, they attack us with AI frequencies, or AI bots, AI channels, AI comments, and even with frequencies, yeah, through 5G as well, okay? This is what they do. So their attacks changed. That's what I want to say. But when you are centered fully in your heart, then all this is not working. So it's like, okay, you see, they're standing there, they want to stop you. Are you sure about this path, you know? I don't care about what you're saying, I'll go home. La, 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 la. So that's the way. And see it more as a game, if you want. So yeah, and they see it also as a social experiment. This is what the Anunnaki told me as well. It's just an experiment. We just want to see how stupid the people are. And you see how many spiritual people are hijacked by us. They believe our distorted teachings. Look at them. They even believe that Thoth the Atlantean is a good guy. Yeah, and I worked with him as well. That's what I want to say. We are all in this, and they told me too, they don't know anyone which is not a little bit hijacked. A little bit. And when it's just 1%, is what they told me. Yes, and me too. I fell for a few distortions as well. For Thoth. Just an example. As I had these visions last year that Thoth is responsible for the fall, and the emerald tablets, or the universal laws he created, it is, well, yeah, all that is just part of the game to celebrate himself as a hero. See, I collected the universal laws for you all. I just want to help you. See, I created astrology for you. I just want to help you. That you can navigate here better. Is it a good idea? I just want to help you. Oh, you are so little pure victims. I just want to help you through astrology and through tarot and oracle cards. Thoth is the creator of astrology and tarot cards. And he's a moon god. And the moon is just an inorganic satellite. That's what I saw last year as well. So then you know what all this is. Yeah, and then they created all these systems. Yeah, this matrix Finally, I just want to help you. See, the emerald tablets. It's just for you. I just want to help you. You're little pure victims. And yeah, and they are helping to navigate here in this matrix. But what they don't tell you is that through them, we are in this matrix now. And that they are the designer of this matrix. And that's why they are able to develop these systems like astrology, because it's based on their matrix. And that was all 4D. This is the 4D matrix. All what I'm talking about, this is all the 4D matrix. In the Mayans, Egypt, it is all located in 4D. And this is the red pill matrix. And we are in this matrix now. The era of the Draco Alliance is officially over. This is crumbling, we don't have to do anything anymore. But the next illusion is the red pill matrix, and that's 4D. And it's all about astrology, tarot cards, working with the dark divine feminine. Even the dark divine feminine belongs to 4D. That's all the 4D red pill matrix. Even Thoth, that's all 4D. It's like finally we start to remember who we are. We remember that we are more. Yeah, it is the spiritual awakening. But there is a reason why all these symbols, you know, the famous flower of life, or why the dark feminine teachings, why they are so booming right now. Because they know that more and more people waking up, and they know that many starseeds are here. And we want to go the way back home. We want to remember. We want to remember who we are. And it was almost impossible through their frequencies and through their technology which they use, that we finally understand that all this here is just distorted, just a false light. Yeah, and the false light belongs to the red pill matrix. It belongs to the Anunnaki, which love to be the God and our heroes. I just want to help you with the universal laws. This is them. And that's 4D. And this is the game. And 5D Earth Tara is totally different. All these systems, they don't work there. They don't work in 5D Tara. And the codes from 5D Tara are coming down. That's why many of you feel, so actually I can't identify myself with astrology anymore, maybe. Or maybe you see it through the circumstances. It's like every year we have the same moon. A pink full moon, a moon in Leo, a moon in Pisces, a moon in Cancer. Always the same circumstances, but nothing is changing. My life doesn't change. No, I feel more and more horrible. I feel weaker and weaker and weaker, and my life doesn't change. Maybe I do something wrong. Maybe I must do more shadow work. Oh, I'm not in alignment with my family, with my past life. I'm not in peace with my past life. That's the reason. There are much traumas coming up right now. Yeah, it is always the same circumstances, that you never reclaim your power, that you never see that you can love your now self just the way you are. You can accept your now self just the way you are, and not just because you do full moon ceremonies, new moon ceremonies, because that's all a trap. This is the teaching of the Anunnaki. Our Divine Mother works with the sun energies, the source codes, the codes from the source belonging to Sophia, the codes from the central sun are codes from Sophia. Through the sun, a very powerful gate is coming through, and we have stars in 5D Tara, but they do look different. They look totally different. And all the stars on the sky, they are all connected to their 6-headed beast machine. And this is the sad thing. It's just a copy of 5D Tara, what you can see here. And 5D Tara is actually true Earth, or even higher. And our cosmic team is located there. They all live on 5D Torah. They live already on Earth, our cosmic team. That's what I saw. They exist with us already. They are on Earth with us, but they're just in the other matrix or in the other dimension. But they all live there in 5D Torah. And what is happening is, when you go the way of your heart, you will see that all the power is within. We don't need these external tools, because in 5D Torah we had our superpowers. I think the next step is to use AI for lighter purposes, or maybe that we try to use AI for lighter purposes, because I feel that the AI vibrates similar to the ring. And actually almost no one is able to control the ring for real. It's a very long story, but I think the next stage is to use AI for lighter purposes. Yeah. And I feel there are a few cosmic sisters and brothers, you can call them the white hats as well, and they try to control the AI. This is what I see. But you must understand it is the same with the ring. And you must stay centered so strong in your heart, like Galadriel, and she's even not scared of the darkness. And that's, I think, the tool how you can control the AI, or to see through all these artificial matrices without being attacked, or that the AI is controlling you or pulling you into their matrix, is to do the same like Galadriel. Galadriel is very dark, but she is super light. Galadriel is both. She is a very evil witch, but she is a very lightful person. And that's the violet flame. It's like you don't choose any side. It's like you know you are both, and you embody both. You embody the darkness, you embody the light. And that's why I truly believe Galadriel is able to control the ring. She's not afraid of the darkness, and she's not afraid of the light. It's like she embodies everything. And this is what I feel next stage. This is how we will integrate our superpowers. Okay, and it is an endless journey. And this is the dense timeline by the dark ones, okay? But there is a source plan. And that's the reason why almost no one of us is able to predict the future for real. Because when these codes from the source are coming down, even astrology can't say for 100% what's coming next. The astrology just can't grasp this AI matrix. It's all working with AI, okay? Astrology is just a tool to navigate in this matrix here. But it doesn't understand the source matrix. And codes from the source matrix are coming down now. And it's unpredictable. That's why almost no one is able to predict the future now. And then you have always the same messages. Stay centered in the heart. Stay centered in the heart. Almost everyone is saying that. And can't give you for real answers. And I just can't tell you, as I said in this dimension last year, I just can say there's definitely more going on behind the scenes. And I can tell you that these people, I don't want to say who. They are not the Antichrist. They don't fall for the Antichrist program. And they don't work with all these tools. Okay? I can't tell you more. I just know they have totally other technology. And they work with our cosmic team together. And I don't talk about the fallen Pleiadians because, as I said, there are a few Pleiadian groups which are not nice. And they work with the Anunnaki. And they always observe us. There are a few Pleiadian starseeds here on Earth. They are fully aware of that, who they are. And they give always these updates and this information to the negative alien agenda about starseeds. On Series B, there are a few Syrians with strange intentions as well. Series A is different, what I feel. Series B is a little bit strange, but there are also very good and lovely people. It's about to see the intent of a person. And I feel this is the last message for you. I hope so much this video helped you, for real. I talked so much, I'm so sorry. I hope so much my message resonated with you, and I hope so much it didn't confuse you, for real. The confusion is just happening when you're stuck too much here in the head. And when you're stuck too much in the head, so then the negative alien agenda can work with you, because they just understand your head and your thoughts. Okay? So, and what I want to say is, don't be too much depend on these labels. And try as best as you can to see the intent of a person. You know, and there are so many people out there, even in the spiritual community, you know, everywhere. Their intent is good. They just want to help us. But they have no idea what they do. They don't have the idea that they work with the darkness together now, and their intent is lovely and good. It's like they always feed their machine and their technology and give them energy for free. So, but the intent is good, and there are also people, they know it exactly, and these are the false true prophets, because they know what they do and they know what it is, but they spread it differently, official. Yeah, this is what I try to say. We must discern. When you see this person has a very good heart and a good intent, see that. And see that we are all on this process. And every one of us is healing now. Every one of us is purging all these distortions out. And not just us, the entire population. And every person on this planet, even the collective, they are all healing, purging, they are in their process, and even Earth is healing and purging. We are in a healing phase now. It's like we are all waking up from a deep hypnosis, from a very deep sleep. This is what I think we must see, and see that even the bad guys, they just play their part. Okay, but when you discern, when you see their actions, when you see their games, when you see their intents, then you can discern better. And it's helping you to understand always who you are. What is my divine mission? What is my purpose? Thank you that you share with me how I never want to be. And when this is the message, when this is the lesson, thank you that you share with me how you never want to be. So then you learn something by the dark ones. Okay, because they reminded you who you are. So at the end it is a game, and the source is observing us all. Because the source is not standing over us like this. But when the source is getting in action, we must follow the path of source, and this is happening. The source is getting in action now. And this is what the dark ones know. And that's why they called the Anunnaki now. Because the Anunnaki, if you want so, is the last illusion. It is like the last shroud. It is them. Okay? But when the source is getting in action, it's not working anymore. Okay? Thank you so much. I feel this game will continue. That we heal and purge a lot. Don't be surprised when the chaos is growing on Earth. Be prepared for that, because the collective is going through their own process, and for them it is maybe the first time that they see through all these illusions now as well, that something is strange. We are so powerful and strong beings, and we are living in very exciting times, and see that it is a gift to be here as well, because we bring so much now into healing, into clearing, and into purging as well. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Take care. I hope so much my message is helping you. Always stay focused on your soul. Stay present here. Look up to the sky, see the sun, feel the energy of the sun, integrate all these codes, and see it is a stairway. Slowly we go the stairway higher and higher and higher, and we go the way back home. Okay? Thank you so much for listening and take care. Ciao!